What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Movie Files. Joining me, as always, little brother Jace. Bro Shot, how are you?
I'm doing good, man.
Jace, man. Hey.
I'm no. You know we're gonna talk about shooting that nice background you got there. No. It's your turn. Like, where you come from? Parts
What's up,
unknown?
Chief? How are you?
I'm good, man. That's a screensaver.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyone buying that?
That's a screensaver. You know what I mean? Actually, it was a farmers convention in Jamaica.
Like,
so I had to go.
Some good farms there.
We are learning about their crops. They're learning about our crops.
So it's a shared, exchange of knowledge.
A shared exchange of knowledge. You know what I mean?
So good to hear. We don't have enough cooperation between us and Jamaica.
And I'm trying to bring it there.
Really good.
I'm trying to bring it there. Matter of fact, if we can get this started, next few years, we'll start to get those mangoes.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, right. Straight in America, but they'll be Jamaican mangoes. So, they'll be full of flavor, the whole 9 yards. So I'm trying to work on that for you all.
Thanks, man. We do appreciate it.
Thank you. Because I figured, thank you. Yeah, thank you. So it'll be soon, man.
It looks like they got you in some meager accommodations, but
man, let me tell you something, man.
Like, is that the private pool back there?
I don't know if you can see that.
Stupid. Yeah, we can see it. Don't fall in the hot tub on your way to the pool, though.
Yeah, that's the Atlantic Ocean. Those are the bungalows over the water for the other farmers. That's for a more upscale farmer.
Oh man, it's so different.
So
I don't know how you. Once you got there, I'm surprised you didn't ask for another room.
Well, we didn't, because we're used to meager accommodations.
Yeah.
So, but you know what I mean. Man. Oh boy.
Is that juice like straight out of the berries? They just like put it there and then put it into your can.
They squeeze it here.
Oh, that's nice.
Squeeze it here.
Yeah, that usually is what happens in farmers' conventions.
Hey Ryan, I'm too old for what Shannon Sharp like. I'm about 35 years old, older than what he gonna go for. Oh man, nah, man. So it's pretty nice, man.
What's up,
and it's funny because I can't see the interaction with the guys today.
Oh, can you see it on the screen?
I can see it on the screen, but I can't see it being pulled down, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Green. I was just telling some people that, man. It's better. They was like, good to see you. I was like, better to be seen than viewed. I was telling my cousin, yeah. So I'm like, yo.
What's up, David Thanos?
So it's always good, man. So you saw Sinners, man, huh?
He did mention it. He mentioned it on Lyle's figure file. He couldn't make it because he had to come go watch Sinners.
Yeah. So Jay saw it. Jay saw it, and then Chief's about to go see it again for a third time.
Yeah, man. Ryan, I'm glad you
1 + 1 + 1 = 3.
Yes, it is. And so Ryan, did you enjoy it? And Jace, did you enjoy it?
Did enjoy it. The weird thing about Sinners is going in what the movie's supposed to be about, but you almost get suckered in 2/3 of the way. You kind of forget what the movie's about. And then that third's like, whoa, no! Like,
right?
What?
Exactly.
What? We were enjoying the juke joint. What the? Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, the first half of the movie was this whole other thing, and then the second half was like, oh, okay,
yeah.
Just where he's too.
The White Lotus. Look. I can't never leave. Michael stole us. Ain't that what the White Lotus was? That's where they went. Not the
This is an HBO show or Max show.
What was the place they went on? The Percy joint. Percy Jackson. What was that place they ended up? They could never leave.
Probably Snake Eyes knows that one.
The original one. They went to some hotel and they realized they was there like a week before they finally woke out of it. was something like something Lotus, right? Look, everybody like, I don't remember that. All right.
Oh, don't tell me that was from the mini bar in the room.
You know what? It was from the mini bar in the room, but everything is comped here because of the cross relationship between the farmers and the farmers.
Right. Nice.
That's good hospitality.
Oh, absolutely. Ryan says, I loved it. I knew it was about more than just the horror aspect, but I was blown away by the deeper themes and the way music was integral to the story.
Man, that's excellent, Ryan, man. I'm happy to hear that, man.
Like, I was listening to, sorry to cut you off, Chief. But Delroy Lindo said that scene when they're in the car is all just like they just improvise that scene, like the music into it. I'm like, wow. That was really impressive.
It was a good. I mean, it was an excellent movie, man. You can't really. There's nothing really bad to say about it, man. I loved it. You know what I mean? I loved it. So, and I've been encouraging more and more people to go see it. Like, yo, if you see in a movie this year, go see that. You know what I mean? So,
winners for all the Oscar nominations.
How'd you love it, Jamelin? How'd you love that joint, man? I mean, you going back, I know you loved it, but you know, how did you love it? Los Vargos.
That was a hotel.
Oh, okay. Was the name of the hotel? Los Vargos? I don't know. Doesn't sound familiar. Oh, the Blue Oyster. Definitely not the Blue Oyster. You know what I mean? Hey, I did hit on that parlay. You know what I mean? I did hit on the first three. You know? So, yep. But that's the Lotus Hotel. Yeah, okay. I wasn't tripping.
Jamin says, "Oh, it's the best movie I've seen in a while."
Yeah, man. Because really, we haven't been getting a whole lot of great movies lately.
No, we have not.
But this is all right. See, and this is like Jeff, and I know, you have to deal with the Oscar voting folks a lot. But
what's up, JF?
Do you think this is a movie that will transcend like their usual? You know, after December, that's when their movies start, and they forget about everything that happened before. Do you think Sinners is going to get? Are they going to have to do like this giant advertising campaign to like, no, go see it. You should have seen this movie, and it should get all the buzz it deserves.
I think what they're probably going to do is maybe around Thanksgiving, Christmas, put it back in theaters, revisit one of 2025's greatest movies, and then it's like, oh yeah, but this time all the Oscar voters have to actually watch the movies.
Oh no!
So, yeah.
That was amazing, wasn't it?
It was. It wasn't even amazing because it was. I mean, we've seen really great movies and then get totally ignored. And for me, that movie that just was, I was gobsmacked that it was not nominated was Us, because Lupita Nyong'o had by far my favorite performance from an actress that year. Was not even close. And I was like, are y'all kidding me? That was just outrageous. And that led me to think, and that movie came out early. Let me go real fast because I have to remind myself when Us came out, because I sat and like, are we watching the same movies here? Because it was just insane to me.
Apparently, only you were watching the movies.
I think that's why Angela Bassett did not win for Black Panther 2, because they did not watch that movie. I think
I'm gonna go.
That was like, to me, that was an easy like kind of call out. Like,
yeah. All right. So to answer your question, Us came out in March 22nd, 2019. And Sinners came out in April. So I don't know. I mean, this movie is going to be a travesty if it is not nominated for everything from costume, music, original score, original script, screenwriting,
directing,
reporting, actor. I guess maybe not actress, maybe, but supporting actress and supporting actor for sure. Maybe multiples, and director, picture, cinematography. The cinematography is amazing. So all the cinephile categories, Chief.
Yeah, man. Best drama, best musical, best horror,
best ensemble.
It definitely should get ensemble.
They don't do that at the Oscars, but they do it for other ones. Zero great movie. Yeah,
yeah, man. It's few and far between, bro.
There have been some, but I definitely feel like there was not even that long ago, maybe like 2017, 2019, where I felt like there were a lot of really good movies. And probably since the pandemic, I haven't felt like there was, oh man, there were so many great movies that came out this year. It might be one or two great. And then like a bunch of really, really good ones that I would buy and add to my collection. But it's been a long time since the movie ended like Sinners. And I'm like, oh wow, that was amazing. I can't wait to tell everybody to go see it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm definitely going. I might go around, like I said, I might go around for that third one. Man, I just took y'all. Did you miss the tour of the place, man? I took y'all outside, man. This is just the regular place, man. That's how it looks on the
regular place. Wow.
You know,
that's what goes for regular for cheap.
Couch, you got the hot tub outside, those swim out pool. You know, it's nice what they're doing for farmers these days.
Yeah, well, you know, we deserve it. We deserve it. You eat, you enjoy your produce. You know what I mean? You don't think those avocados that you enjoy, sir?
The avocados come from Mexico, not from the U.S.
That's what you thought.
Hey, JFS, when you see it Sunday, please let us know next Wednesday what you thought of it. Because I love hearing people who haven't seen it, their take on it, especially now when people are like, oh, you got to go see it. I feel like it's one of those movies where it's like, yeah, they didn't overhype it too much. It was just as good for me seeing it, you know, on my own. Good deal.
I believe you enjoy it. I believe you will enjoy it.
Chief get the staff off tonight. They'll see them hustling and bustling.
I mean, if, you know, they're gonna come out fluffing the towels outside, you know, in the background, you know.
Oh man, there is. Okay, yeah. See, I did not know that, but see, you know what? I knew you was gonna put me on. We weren't invited to the Jake's birthday celebration.
Wow.
So
I mean, because obviously you're still in luxury. You didn't invite.
I stayed by the phone the whole weekend just in case she was like, "Yo, let's do a real BIG," and my phone, it never rang. Not one time.
I think you were in Wisconsin at Draft Central. You know, making sure the Giants didn't screw up the draft, which you did a good job of this year.
You know what? The Giants are not dummies of the week, so that is special to me. But Friday, I was not available. I mean, Thursday was not available. Friday, there was no phone call. Saturday, there was no phone call. James Green, I love the picks, man. I loved what the Giants did. King Collect, what up? It is a long time before I felt really good about a draft, man. And matter of fact, I put $10 on the Giants to win the Super Bowl this year. And I think it was like plus 20,000.
Yeah, Russell Wilson's gonna do it for you.
But if we hit,
exactly.
I'm only out $10 if they lose.
You know what I mean? But if we hit, so I think the defense, once they gel, I don't know how they'll be in the first couple of weeks, but I feel like by week 4 or 5, man, they should be rolling on all cylinders, barring injuries. Now that O, we didn't put a lot into the O this year, but hopefully we picked up some some muted FAs that'll fit the team well. But I mean, that front seven, bro, should be violent. Yeah, man.
They're gonna need to chase after Jaden Daniels. Jalen Hurts. Saquon.
Hey, man. We will
he'll chase after himself, bro.
Dakota.
We'll see, man. We'll see. I think we did one of the best drafts. You know who always floods the drafts? The Browns. I don't understand. No matter who comes into that regime, they always confuse me by their draft picks. I'm always befuddled. You know what I mean?
Did you see Did you see the picture of the Miz where he's literally like celebrating, like we're getting Travis Hunter? I mean, we're getting the best player in the draft, and then you like in the play airplane, you see him looking like in Browns, like
why would you trade around that pick, and why wouldn't you take Travis Hunter?
Like,
and then after you didn't get Travis Hunter, I feel like you picked up probably the best D tackle in the joint with old boy. But then after that, it just went off the slide. I was like, wow. And then they picked up a quarterback nobody ever even talked about. And then they was like, let's swing back around and pick up Shador. And I was like, what?
Yeah, so like, you know, like in Madden's auto draft where it literally picked the best available, and then you see like on the actual roster they have 10 quarterbacks. Like, you know, you needed the rest of the team, right? No, it was best available.
Best available. We gave you these 6 quarterbacks.
That's what Mel Kiper said.
Look, and I'm a jerk, so I'll start to turn the quarterbacks into other players. Well, you'll be a wide receiver this year, sir. You know what I mean? You know, going out there, trotting out there with a 10 overall.
Awareness negative,
right?
So Chief Jace did not call us for the birthday celebrations. I was about to send you a picture from my computer's camera with a cricket on my phone, but I mean it happened. But I did provide my little brother with a birthday present because on Monday we went to see the latest MCU film, The Thunderbolts. Asterix. What do you think, bro?
I think it's good. It deserves its certified fresh. The first half, you're probably gonna get like, is this gonna be the same old thing? But I think it does pick up after the second half. It becomes a much better movie. I think you'll note it. You can once you go. I recommend going and see it. I think if anybody sees it, you'll figure out exactly when the change happens, and you'll be like, oh, okay, all right, I'm much more into this movie. The characters have good chemistry, and I mean they did a couple of things I was not a fan of. I'm not going to spoil that, but. There's some questionable moves, but it moves the story and it moves the MCU storyline in a good position. Which I mean, again, I that's why I like the Brave New World. It's and unlike the multiverse saga that just looked like it was spinning wheels, was not connected to anything. This one reminds you, hey, we do connected very well, and I think you should very much think you should watch it. If you like MCU movies, go watch it.
I think they've done a much better job of making Black Widow an important movie. And I'm going to continue to say that I really wish they took the foresight to incorporate Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow as a solo character in 2 or 3 movies before the Black Widow movie we got. Because that felt like the passing of the torch. Hey, I'm about to be out of here. Where we didn't get any more adventures with her, which sucked. I think we just gotten something slotted after Winter Soldier for her. It's just her and Hawkeye doing a movie, whatever. But we needed her getting her own deal because they have made all these Black Widow supporting characters so important. So it's really weird because like that was the one and only Black Widow movie.
But doesn't that? I mean, I'm sure for Scarlett Johansson, this really seems lame because if they had released Black Widow in theaters, not on Disney Plus, it was like, hey, the box office would have been very good and people were like, hey, I want to go. I mean, I'm sure the residuals from Disney Plus are coming in more because people are watching it like, hey, I think I need to catch up and see who these characters are. Why are they important?
I don't care about Scarlett Johansson's money. I feel like she's doing pretty well. And with that statement, she's not like living a chief life, but my whole thing is they could have given Black Widow more to do. More, I mean, it's not like she's in the background, like taking notes for the Avengers doing their films. Right. I really think that if they decided going forward, Black Widow characters are going to be so important for this next saga, they should have put more work in her.
Listen, I don't think they could have figured out, like, I mean, because, hey, the freaking guy who decided Black Widow didn't need a movie was rightfully got rid of because he was an idiot. And Natasha was a beloved character. It made more sense to have a Black Widow movie who actually has a bigger storyline than, say, a Hawkeye. It's like you can do Natasha's spy movie in the MCU movies, and especially after Winter Soldier, you could definitely, hey, we have a very good vehicle. We actually have a spy. We can do these a lot cheaper than any other MCU movie, but we can actually easily milk this for 2 or 3 movies. They made a bad call, but everybody will get their residuals, and we just don't want to screw anybody out. Ripley.
Yes. If they had done it before Infinity War. I mean, I just feel like if she had just gotten 2 movies, I'd have been fine. It was like, man, because by the point we get her movie, we already know she's dead. So this is our last time seeing her on the big screen. And it's like, oh, here are all these new characters. I mean, you feel me, right, Chief?
That's why I don't watch Andor. Because by the time it came out, I already knew the character was dead. So I'm like, I'm not gonna watch it. So yes, I wholeheartedly agree with you, sir.
I wish I could get you to give Andor a shot because it is, and I know, yeah. I mean, before they even announced it, we know what happened to Andor. He got blown up, but I think the show has been really cool and it's showing a real in-depth, dirty look at the formation and the rebellion, and it's been, I mean, they have some really great performances. Stuff is happening where if you never watched anything else from Star Wars, you would hate the Empire. And I think this show is doing an amazing job making Empire look like jerks. Let me see here. There was something. Absolutely. I mean, it was just she just needed to. James Green.
When we were talking.
Hold on, let me I try never to spoil anything because I really do appreciate being able to review these movies and seeing them early. And I hate when people rob you of the experience of seeing it for yourself. Because, I mean, there are a lot of people who will go, oh, such and such happened. I'm like, why? You got to see it early. Don't ruin it for everybody else. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, I was going to say, when we were talking after watching the movie, you said, you hadn't picked up Black Widow because of where it slotted, how it really fought in the actual physical timeline. But to me, it's like, I accept it's literally the movie right before Infinity War. It slots in there perfectly, and that is like, the last 5 minutes is this explains X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, I would have loved to see more Black Widow movies, but I would appreciate the movie that I got.
I think what I'm gonna have to do is put it after Spider-Man Homecoming, and then go with the Guardians, and then go with Thor Ragnarok, because Ragnarok is the one that really sets you into Infinity War. So it's going to be in the middle. I am going to buy it now just because it's so important now. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that sarcastically, but I mean, like, okay, y'all have made Black Widow the movie meaningful instead of let's do one movie with her. Now it means more. But I thought the fight scenes were really creative and really well done. I think the trailers might be showing too much of the movie, especially if you're in comic books. Like, if you don't watch or don't read these comics, you can go in just fine. But if you're somebody who watches trailers and like, I think I see what's happening here. It's really not one of those movies where, oh man, they've spoiled the whole thing. There's stuff to spoil, of course, but I feel like this is one where, shoot, I could watch this and basically know what's going to happen and still enjoy the movie. Is it a 4K buyer? Yeah. And what Jay said about Brave New World and Thunderbolts, these to me are the 2 of the essential ones for this multiverse saga, simply because they're actually building to something. Where the rest of them were like, hey, whatever. These are tied, connected, tight. Like, we haven't seen anything from Shang-Chi. And it's just lame. Yeah. Black Widow would have been better than the Captain Marvel movie.
That Captain, you talking about the original one? Not the first one.
Yeah, like
the first one was excellent. And I hope they had made a second one. That one with all 3 of them. Or the Kree Empire. I don't even know what to call that movie. It was a regular person it was, like if I got mad at Captain Marvel and went at her and then gave her a hard time, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I can't believe you did that. Me, Jason, Jeff are going to get our revenge on you. And she'd be like, dang, these guys are really good. And we don't have really any weapons. We just really throwing ice at her. Yeah. Hit her with the ice chips. Oh, ice chips. That's how it was, man. I was like, why hadn't she taken care of this sooner? This movie should have been about 2 minutes long.
That was the problem. The funny thing, I liked the movie, but the villain on the Marvels was probably one of the lowest, because it was, I understand your motives, but there is no way you're standing toe to toe, even with the handicap you give her. All it's going to take her is 5 seconds to figure this out, and she should wipe the floor with you. Again, especially after she whooped up on Thanos, it was, you got to give me big cosmic level bad guy versus intertwined. It's just a little inconvenience for her.
She flew through Ronan's ship. Like you know what I mean? Like, what is a regular person? What is Dave the accountant gonna do? You know what I mean? Throw some numbers at her. 5 million. 200,000. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense.
This is what your movie should have made opening weekend. Hey, with Sinners, I might just randomly pop in to Fandango and just maybe not even need to go, just like, here, some more for the box office. Cause
here's the thing. I mean, this is how good this movie is. Most movies drop like usually.
We'll get in that. We're still talking about Thunderbolts. I don't want to move off from Thunderbolts so
fast. Like he just yells, no!
Don't do it! Because that's a whole other thing.
You opened the door.
Spotted. All right. No, because Jamin was asking what was the 4K?
Oh yeah, I can't see the whatchamacallit. Yeah. So the chat. So I have no idea.
So yeah. Yeah, but no, I'm buying Sinners day one. I don't even need to wait for my Black Friday. Is it cheaper yet? But you know what? Black Friday, it might be out on 4K. I'm buying it.
No, actually it's coming in 8. So
I'll buy that too. I'll add some more parts to the TV just to put it in. All right. So Thunderbolts is good. Yeah, I don't know if there's like a whole lot of stuff people who are jerks will ruin. But if you want to go into a cold, stay off of spoiler social media, maybe avoid YouTube clips. You'll never believe who showed up. Just ignore it until you get to see the movie. So let's see. On the box office, very interesting weekend. Chief, thanks to your help, Sinners retained its #1 spot at the box office with $45.7 million. Now that's pretty solid because opening weekend it made $48 billion. So my fuzzy math is right. I think that's around a 8% drop, which is ridiculous. It's just that's not how these movies typically do at the box office. It is like, wow, you've made all your money and now it's gone. Not so with Sinners. Sinners was crazy with his box office. So with his second weekend in like recent memory, Crazy Rich Asians opened and had a really solid second weekend. It only lost 6.4% of its audience, but it made 26.5 million and had 24.8 the next weekend. Sinners is way, way, way more than that. And it's just, it's already hit its 90 million budget. So everything's gravy there. They're happy. It's good stuff. And this weekend's looking like it's going to be another one because Thunderbolts is going to be the top film. It's going to make around 70 to 75 million. But I fully expect Sinners to eat into what Thunderbolts could make. And I think this is one of those moments where Marvel's going to be like, we should have scheduled around this movie. I mean, it's too late, of course, once it gets started, but it's like, oh man, we could have made so much more money.
Here's the problem for Marvel. Marvel knows they are begging on other movies 2 months later. So unless you put Thunderbolts, let's say early March, like when Captain America came out, that probably would have been the best chance. But if you wanted to go April, this is all they could do. I mean, like, technically, most films you don't think it's the third week out. We should be okay. It should run out a little bit of steam. If you go half, we should be okay. They're just not. They didn't understand this movie was going to be as good as it was.
Hey, Chief, during your getaway, will the farmers collaborative effort co-op be able to go to the movies? And if so, are you going to go see Thunderbolts or Sinners for a third time?
Actually, out here, there are no movie theaters. What they call the movie is the sky. And they like you to, at nighttime, go to the nearest pool, lay on your back while you're floating, and then watch the stars and try to read them. You know what I mean? And tonight the star said beef patty. So,
beef patty with open bar.
Right, with open bar. Bob Marley's and pina coladas all around.
Oh,
so,
man. Hey, honestly, if you're down there, get those Bahama Mamas, and especially if it's 90 degrees, those will really treat you nice.
That's what I'm not going to do. But what I will do is spend the rest of the day tomorrow in a cabana collaborating on my computer with other farmers who are here.
Wait, why do you need a computer to collaborate with the farmers that are there?
Well, we're going to talk, different. I went to the tour today. And so tomorrow, Section B is going. I was in Section A, Section B is going. So so I'll be communicating with Section C, who goes to the day after, and then I'll be telling them what they need to do, and looking at different fruits, the apple bottoms.
We hit the floor. Next thing
Jamaica, man, Jamaica, Blake. You know what, man? The Bahamas, man. It was beautiful. But the Bahamas always scared me, man. Those waves are not for the weak. And then the Bahamas have sharks, man. Just so many damn sharks.
Why the ocean? They got pools. They got pools like literally the pool behind you. Why go in the ocean?
I'm gonna tell you why, man. Because I'm old. And
the
salt water.
Yes. Exactly.
Salt water. I need that salt water, bro. I need
heal me.
That salt. Heal me, salt. You know what I mean? Now, as a young dude, I jump into chlorine all day. But as an older dude, I need to go into that salt, man. I've got aches and pains. You don't know. I pop pills to go to sleep, but I pop them when I wake up to go on with my day. You know what I mean? Look, I'm sitting right here. You know what I mean? They're not far, brother. They're not far. When I tell you what I'm telling you the truth. Because I don't want you to be like, man, Chief, you playing. I'm not playing with you. I need that salt water, bro. I need it. And I'm going to get me some. And so.
You must some. Come get some.
Right. Swim out pool be damned. I'm in that salt water. So I'm telling you that right now. You know what I mean? I'm in that salt water, man. I gotta soak in it for my mental health, my physical health. You know what I mean? The health of these fruits. So, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I got to get it done, man. So I'll be in the water tomorrow. First thing I'm going to go get some breakfast, come back. You know what I mean? Throw my Speedo. I'm out there, bro.
You know what? That last
everybody wants you to take a second on that. Just put it in your head and let it rock.
No thanks. No thank you.
You know what I mean?
All the Chief.
Right. Shannon Sharp, this is where I'll be.
So, funny thing happened.
Oh, God.
Oh, shoot.
It's called Flavor Country.
Oh man, that's what you don't want to see. You know what I mean? Right. Some things you just don't want to see.
So the box office this past weekend, it was some wild stuff. Sinners retained its top spot. But early Sunday, it seemed like the new release, Accountant 2 was going to take the second spot. It did not. It got surpassed by a film celebrating its 20th anniversary, a film that people could not really enjoy and get into when it came out. Now, Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith was number 2 of the box office with 25.5 million. That's wild to me. Because it's just like, what do you say?
I said, is it?
What?
Remember how
the last few Star Wars movies.
Yeah, but remember when 20 years ago, that was again, everyone was hating on the prequel. Oh, the prequels suck. And then Revenge of the Sith came out, and they couldn't hate on it. They were just freaking good. So we got to just like the prequels suck. What about Revenge of the Sith? The prequels suck. Okay, or it was okay that Revenge of the Sith, but now 20 years later, the kids and people who actually enjoy the movie are like, no, I want to go see it back when the movie, and now I don't have to worry about people saying they suck because you've seen far worse Star Wars than Revenge of the Sith.
That's my point. You know what I mean? Disney was like, hold my beer. You was like, the prequels suck. Just wait. Just wait.
It's gonna come like a wine.
You think that sucked? Wait till we show you this new shit. Palpatine, everything you thought about Palpatine?
He's back. Why?
Everything you thought about Luke Skywalker? No, we're gonna change your perception of the whole Star Wars universe, and then we're gonna force feed it to you. Eat it, and then so now you got something that you can lean back and say, well, it wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad.
And think about if Sinners if Sinner had just had a normal box office, Revenge of the Sith would have been number one.
Yeah, 50 or 60% drop. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and because probably the people who watch Sinners, there's probably a little bit of audience who will I wouldn't mind going to see Revenge of the Sith. And because next week is May the 4th, or this weekend, it's probably going to have a little bit of extra staying power.
I thought about going, bro. I was like, man, I should go see it again on the big screen.
I've seen that movie so many times on the big screen. I don't feel bad about it at all.
Yeah. Then I realized I had no money left, and I was like, nah.
Well, I mean, the Farmers Convention will obviously give you some more.
Well, you know what?
Some grant funding.
Next week.
The grant will be released.
Right. So this week, you got to come, though. They want to make sure you show up. Because if you get the bread, then probably more than likely you're not going to show up.
Right.
You know
Fandango's like, you can buy tickets for it or you can watch it at home. Gee, thanks.
Yeah.
There's only one place. There's only one. Word. Oh,
it's playing in Anne Arundel Mills, I think. Cinemark. I think it's playing there. But I mean, you know me, man. I'm a sucker for some good lightsaber work. So, and that movie has just a stunning amount of lightsaber work. So,
which one's your favorite, Chief?
Favorite what?
Favorite lightsaber duel?
Oh shoot! I think it is the one between Obi-Wan and Anakin. That's probably my favorite, just because of how it kicked off everything. And it's funny because I enjoyed that one. Then when Obi-Wan came out, I enjoyed the other.
Which one from Attack of the Clones?
No, the second one.
I was asking Blake.
Oh, Anakin and Obi-Wan again. I didn't like the I didn't like the Palpatine and Yoda joint. I did because it got to. Then they started just using the Force and throwing stuff at each other.
So I like the kind of. I mean, I'm not. I mean, Anakin and Obi-Wan is tops for me, easy. But Yoda and Palpatine, it's literally like it's so much more than just them fighting. They're literally fighting for the galaxy in the galaxy in the center of the galaxy. Like this is for all the marbles right here, and break out all the stuff because whoever wins is winning the whole thing. That's why I like the symbolism of that one so much to me.
And Yoda lost. Yoda lost it. We have to get away. I'm like, come on, man. He was right there. You was right there, bro. You let him throw some stuff at you, and beat you, and then you just into what do you say?
Exile that must go.
Yeah, and the exile must go. I'm like, man, get out of here. Yeah, Anakin became pretty. Yeah, that was a good duel too. Anakin and Dooku. Yoda, when Yoda showed up to fight Dooku the first time, but also Obi-Wan and General Grievous was a good fight. And then when the first Phantom Menace, when they both fought Darth Maul.
Oh, that one was really like, after seeing that, you're like, oh, the big one duel that everybody's talking about. We have to get better than that. It can't be a letdown. It has to be better than Darth Maul versus Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. Like we gotta bring it. And I think most of us agree they did.
Yeah. Also was a great lightsaber duel from this last joint with the Jedis and the twin sisters. So all the lightsaber duels from that show.
What show?
I forget the name of it, man. It was such a good show. It was a bunch of witches lived on a different planet. The Jedi went to see them, and then and which made the lightsaber, because when you rewatch it, knowing what you know, you realize
it still
that
sucks.
these Jedi were on such lower tier that any lightsaber work they did was special because they all sucked as Jedis. You know what I mean?
What's that, Devin D?
So yeah.
Gosh.
When you're in trouble, when no one else will help, send out the E-Team. Dun, 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 dun. And oh man.
So my favorites, Anakin and Obi-Wan. Because the lightsaber duels kind of keep building. So if I want to be really specific, the third act of their duel where they're both floating the Mustafar and on the lava, and he's like, they're taking a break, they're catching their breath, and they're having like one last conversation, like, yo, the Jedi are evil. Well, you are lost. And I love that because the emotion, the intensity. And my second favorite, and I was never gonna move from this from number one until Revenge of the Sith. The 3-part series of Darth Vader versus Luke Skywalker at Empire Strikes Back, because I love Cloud City. I love the way they lit it, where it's so much darkness, got the fog going, and Vader's like, what are you? Get out of here. And Luke's like, nah, player, I got something for you. And I love that joint where Vader's still like, hey, yeah, okay, kid. And he gets hit and he's like, yo, he totally forgets everything. He forgets the entire point of what he's doing. He's like, yeah, give me that hand. And he's so just driven by his emotion there. And then it leads, of course, to that big confrontation. So that's my number 2. My number 3 is Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul, because Obi-Wan is getting all heated and fired up and like, I am going to destroy you as soon as this thing comes down. And they just like, as soon as it gets going, I got those figures and I watched that like 8 times, just try to get some of those poses down. The speed of which they were doing was so like, good grief, this is not Alec Guinness versus David Prowse here. It is a major battle. And you're just going for it. Like Return had some really emotional moments too. Father, please help. But that was dope. So I'm just gonna leave with those 3. And then if I were to add a 4,
yeah, go ahead.
My 4th one, I would say Ahsoka versus Darth Maul from Clone Wars. That joint was that was great, and they were doing the same stuff that a lot of my favorite ones were doing with the lighting. Because when you get a good, strong blue lightsaber against that red, it clashes so great. And I'm trying to think where I want to go for my 5th one.
You wouldn't go
Kylo Ren versus Luke Skywalker.
No. So Yoda versus Dooku.
No. Let me see here. I want to go with the Attack of the Clones one because Count Dooku was just like sitting around talking the whole time. And we finally see him fight. He's like, I can take both of you young kids on. And he's like, I'm going to give you a couple little jabs with my lightsaber. I'm going to cut off your arm. I'm going to force push you. Whew, that fight was serious. And then, of course, we get to the other. But I like that one.
That's the Brad Skywalker. I can take him,
when Luke
Master. Hold on.
Right. Yeah, he started fighting with 2 lightsabers. You know, when they showed that in the trailer, I was like, oh, man.
Oh, my God. Like, when you saw that in the trailer, I mean, that was one of those movies I so had on bootleg. And I watched that. Like, that was like before I went to work, I'm watching that 5 to 10 minutes of lightsaber. Like, nah, I need to see Anakin with this, banging 2 lightsabers and then getting sunned over there. Like, Duke, like, get out of here, boy.
And I thought they smelled bad on the outside. I wish they would have had body doubles or stand-ins for that Mason Emperor fight, which is one of the worst.
Go online.
Fight, didn't he?
No, go online and see the stunt double ones. They probably should have used the stunt doubles. Like face mask, face just use the whatever how they face plated them. That's what would have been a much better fight.
I didn't like that scene either. That's why I didn't make my thing either. I felt like the Emperor killed everybody so quickly. He killed like 3 of them in 3 seconds.
They were real suckers on that one. I did not like that one.
No. I'm like, aren't these dudes supposed to be Jedi Masters? But you know where they came from? They came from that show.
That show.
The other Disney show. And that's who he grabbed to come with him. So
okay. I was gonna say, was that the one from Rebels, Michael?
Yes.
Yeah, that was really good.
And I was trying to think, did I want to put in where, well, spoiler, the 3-way fight in Clone Wars between three Reds. So
okay, if we're gonna put in one from if we can use Rebels, the one it was in Dathomir versus Anakin. I'm sorry, Darth Vader versus Ahsoka and Ezra.
Yeah. Solid one.
You didn't
more
like the Obi-Wan, the new Obi-Wan Vader fight? I love that joint, man.
I gotta go back and revisit that one because I think that was a good one.
That joint was awesome, man. They just show up. You see Vader getting off the little spaceship, and Obi-Wan's kind of just waiting for him. And they just they go at it. It's enough lightsaber. It's a little bit of force power, and they're just going at it, man. And I just love that joint, man.
It was a good one, Ryan. That one is I really like that. Like that was one of those things where I kept going to the theaters to see Attack of the Clones. Like I want to watch this fight again because Django is not a punk. He was like, nope, I've got you. And I'm going to keep using my advantage. Like he was not playing that fight stupid. And he was using his ability to fly and maneuver around and just, nope, you're not getting this lightsaber. Nope, I got you. And it was fun. And I think the rain added something to it because, you got your red laser blast, your blue lightsaber. It was cool. And then Obi-Wan gives my favorite force gesture of a door, like whoosh, when he goes in there.
The one we all use every time we open the doors.
Honestly, though, has there ever been a bad fight in the rain? Like when it starts raining in a movie and characters about to fight, it's about. Think about Lethal Weapon, Danny Glover, and when Jet Li was first introduced. When it rained, it was raining at the time. It was just the rain, bro. The rain just comes through, and the fight just gets better. Like
and the rain too. There you go, Chief. We got to figure out.
That is true because once they're like. It's the choreographer like, hey, we're putting rain on this. We expect this thing is going to be good. So,
once the rain starts to go down in the movie, you're like, it's about to get good.
Like the Matrix Revolutions?
The rain, bro. What Matrix Revolutions? Yeah, well.
That was third
one.
Yeah, him and, whatchamacallit? Yeah. Well, the rain, man. The fight's about to get good when the rain comes.
Cadmus? What did he do?
No, I was doing the 3. Oh, no, it's always 3.
Yeah, man.
But on the other side, well, that's because his jetpack got messed up. And I remember watching it for the first time and like, why did he lose so fast? And then like they added that clip where his jetpack gets mauled from that beast, and it's like, oh, because he's like used to fighting using his, I got you. Oop, now I'm gonna take it to the skies. So I'm gonna go because he didn't realize that Mace Windu was like that as a Jedi too.
That's another
that would
one.
work.
That's another one. If you see the extended version, it's a little longer, but Mace shows you he is that dude.
Yeah,
it's not just one. He's like bang, bang, bam. Get out of here, kid.
Till he got his hands cut off and it screamed all the way down like a sucker.
Hey, it was raining there too.
Yeah, he just all the. I said, is he gonna scream all the way to the bottom? You're not gonna even try to save yourself? I'm like, man, just force push onto a plane or something, man.
In game. Yeah, that was a good fight.
Yeah, that was good.
Hawkeye missed the Infinity War cut.
Yep. Anytime it starts to rain, bro, you know the fight is about to happen, man.
See,
look,
you
that
stumbled onto something.
What's that joint with Jean-Claude, and he was bringing that robot to the and the dude with the blue eyes, and he was just always screaming the whole movie. And the girl was his daughter.
You know, I think you're saying Universal Soldier, but
was that Universal Soldier?
I don't remember a robot, but Dolph Lundgren versus him in the rain, and they're at a farm.
Nah, this is a dude with black hair slicked back into a ponytail. He's got like blue eyes, and Jean-Claude grabs a so they lived on a farm with a girl, and these dudes showed up, and they put the little girl on with some barbed wire, trying to hold up the family, and everybody dropped into the well. And only Jean Cyborg. There we go. Okay. See, I know what I'm talking about. But the rain scene was between him and old boy.
Rick Cage, man, I wish we could get some classic Valiant figures because Magnus, Rye,
it was
Shadow Man, Archer and Armstrong,
who was
Harbinger.
What was the one? Do you from his shorts, like that big robot, Obi-Wan, like all the clones were shooting at. And then he just like died, and then Obi-Wan's the only one who takes him out. That would be a good action figure. I mean, that'd be a nice little.
I don't know why we still haven't gotten him.
Yeah.
Because that was his whole deal. He was protecting Dooku. It's like the prologue to the book. Rather nice. I want to check this out too. Shatterpoint. Yeah. All right. Good deal. Star Wars talk. Just a rabbit hole. Tomorrow, May 1st. It's not anywhere else in this area, which is lame. It's in one that's way out down the road, although they do have reserved seats and check seat availability. They have the last one at 10 o'clock, so maybe I'll do it after Figure Files. We'll see. Because I wouldn't mind seeing it in the theater one more time. Anyway, so Chief, before you still good or what?
Yeah, I got a couple minutes left.
All right, good deal. I know you got to do that farmer consult.
Avocado check.
I thought it wasn't a meet and greet.
Yeah, they bought in some avocados from the field today. They'd like me to see what's going on with them.
No doubt. Oh, let's see here. Where'd I go with this? Thunderbolt. Oh, so the Thunderbolts director, Jake Schreier, said, "Hey, I know some people were upset that Baron Zemo was not in this movie, but there was never a version where he was presented in it, and I do still wish they had done that, but it's fine, I think." Oh, we talked about Sinners. Michael B. Jordan was asked in a recent interview about, hey, what about a prequel where we see Smoking Stack in Chicago doing her thing with Al Capone? What do you think? Could a Sinners prequel work? I wouldn't be upset about seeing those two again on the big screen. And maybe if they're not fighting vampires, they fight something else with the mob. I mean,
what makes them come back down to Mississippi?
Yeah,
because it can't just be gangster life isn't what they want. I mean, you could. There's an option. There's an idea. What?
I mean, I could. He's talking about Chiefs plans. why he's leaving us early tonight.
You're going to play a different kind of volleyball. You'll once you watch it on the screen, you'll enjoy it.
But he saw it. I put it up so you can see it.
Oh, okay.
So let's talk about Last of Us. So last week I think we've all watched it. We've all talked about it. I was very curious to see what the show was going to do next because I was like, wow, I'm on board. I fully trust the showrunners, writers, actors, etc. And I thought this episode was a really good. All right, we're setting up what's next, and Ellie's is all set for some serious payback against the 5 squad member of the Wolves, and should know there's like a gazillion of them. And I was kind of digging. Like this is one where I thought they had really nice cinematography. When she went to see the grave, I thought that sunset looked just spot on. Kind of stuff that you do in a video game where, oh man, we can't possibly get this shot this perfect, and it was great. And Dina and her on this path of payback, and I liked that the community was building the community back up, and they're like, yo, they even had an Ace Hardware. Did you see that? It's like, wow, that's some advertising.
Ace is the place with your awful hardware taste.
And there goes the sponsor right there.
I don't think that's how the jingle works, but yes.
I couldn't remember the jingle.
So what did you think? Did you like the episode? Because it did not need to have a bunch of action. We just got like one of the most action-packed installments of this show or most other ones.
Shorty a lot of trouble, man. She a lot of trouble, man. And where I don't understand, and I am just viewing this character from my couch, and they know the character, is why they didn't think she was going to do what she did. You gotta put some guard on her. Hey, look, man, I need you to watch the house. Shorty gonna do what she's gonna do. You know what I mean? They knew it. I knew it. You knew it. We all knew it.
Do you? I mean, if you're worried about a community, are you worried about one girl leaving to get her payback? If that's your choice, it's on you, play. We tried. We made the right call for the community. If you need your revenge story, we might not see you again.
I think that she was family to some. So I mean, what do you do when you're protecting somebody? You watch over them. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's. And you do it like, for example, if you had one of y'all had a son or something, and you were like, man, listen, this is happening to me. I need you to take care of my boy, right? So now I'm making sure, I go to those baseball games. I'm taking him to see movies. I'm, installing the proper guidance in him. So when he starts to, do some stuff, veer some stuff, I'm gonna be like, nah. You know what I mean? You still gotta go out there and sit the boy down and talk to him and be like, hey man, what you doing? Or protect him, even if he's still acting up, you still gotta go and do what you gotta do. And I think that when you're tasked with, when somebody puts a task on you for someone they love and you love that person, I think it's just an automatic, you watch over them. Like, all right, I'm accept this responsibility. I'm gonna watch over your peoples for as long as I can. And it is what it is. But I just, if you know that person is brash and really kind of a jerk,
that part.
You kind of do what you got to do, man. That's a whole. I mean, based on this her character, you would have to watch her 24/7. If you're Tommy, I really have to put the community first. Joel, I love you, but I gotta watch out for my kid. I gotta watch out for my wife. I got in the community. Like, if this young brash girl wants to go run off in the middle of the night, it's gonna go be what happens.
True, but now you down a horse, you down some. It's not just her running away. If she was like, yo, I'm on foot, I'm gone. But she's taking some resources.
What's up, Sherry? How are you?
Sherry, she took some resources. I just, sometimes you just gotta watch, man. You gotta watch, and you knew it wasn't gonna be long. It's not like you gotta put a 2-week watch on Shorty. You know what I mean? Hey, look, man, I need you to do me a favor. You two, I need y'all to take for the next 3 days, take 12-hour shifts, watching the house. and you would have got everything you needed to get. Listen, when you see Shorty leave, because she's gonna leave, Ring the bell. Ring the bell. You know what I mean?
Like, weird thing is, they've already established in the first episode she's going to do what she wants to do, and they have no way to stop her. Because I don't want to say these guys are pushovers, but she's strong-willed. And do you really have the resources and time to deal with what she
had the backing of the leader of the community? So it's a little bit different when your parents are or the person who is in charge of everything, and you're basically a child of that person. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You're allowed to do certain things, and people are afraid of you on certain things. You know what I mean? So I think that, now without these protections, I still would have put a little detail on her just for a couple of days, because I knew it was going to happen in a couple of days. And then ring the bell, and then I'm sure they got a little Bing there. We just threw Shorty in the Bing for about a week or two. You know what I mean? Like, look, Shorty, this your new home. This jail cell? Yeah, because you can't follow the rules of the community. Look, you know what I mean? You're in here. Enjoy. You know what I mean?
Cold-blooded.
I mean, but 3 months. I mean, they did a nice job of cooling the community off, and that's like, if it had been like a week after and they had that information, I think you would probably seen the big posse go. But 3 months is, hey, we need to build our community. We cooler heads for us have to prevail, and we're not losing 16 people that maybe is basically a suicide mission, or have these guys come back with a bigger army that we're not prepared for. So
I really wanted to hear them play Arabian Prince. She's got a big posse. That'd been good. Solid.
Arabian Prince left the group before it was time.
You were not smart, my man. He's out. Okay.
Sure.
You sure?
Let's with Ice Cube. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm out of here. Yeah, man. That was a crazy story. Like I said, Shorty getting more trouble than it's worth. And let me ask you this, man. I think of myself. I'm not a coward. I've done things, and I've gotten myself into situations, and afterwards I've been like, oh, what are you thinking? Right. I mean, Jeff, you do know me.
I can attest. Nice.
What?
That's a great preview.
If there was a world out there with people growing basically mushrooms on their head and coming to kill you, right? And not just like a couple of them. Because I could go out if they were like, oh, well, there's about 20 mushroom people out there. Where are they? Yeah, they're scattered around. Okay, so I probably won't run into a cluster of mushroom people. All right, let's go. But now, there's could be thousands of mushroom people running at you from any time. And now you've got your friend. I'm not going out that wall. Joe, Mama,
never meant
everybody
to make
listen.
You cry.
Yeah, I just, you know what, man? I'm being honest with you, man. I'm staying inside that wall. They're gonna have to beat me and pry my fingers from the wood on that outer edge of that wall. Like, yo, just go. I'm like, I'm not letting it go. No, just start beating them. Like, no, I'm not letting go of this wall, bro. You're not pulling me outside of this city.
You want me to go out there with you?
Yeah.
Is Ellie okay? And I in the first episode she got bit, but isn't she almost like they bite her and just let her go?
Right. And it's also what I understand. So and then the worms, you can see the worms or whatever, the spores in her. But then when they showed her afterwards, they had wrapped her midsection up. Like, somebody had to see that.
Well, I mean, like, she's got it like on her arm. She's got it tattooed. She tatted it up to make it look like.
But I'm saying the stomach was.
Well, now remember she cut herself to also make it look like it was a tattoo.
Oh, did she? I didn't see that part. Mm-hmm. She scarred it up because all I saw was in the hospital. I'm like, nobody is like, oh, We're gonna have to put, she got that bite. Okay, I didn't see that part. But listen, because look, when she woke up, she would have woke up right outside that wall. I ain't playing.
No. Let's be honest. As they did in the episode, okay, you got bit. God bless.
Yeah. I had to go on the joint looking. Did she change yet? No, not yet. Put a bullet in the first sign of change. All right. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen, man. Like I said, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to do certain things. I'm not going to risk certain things. I got kind of used to breathing. You know what I mean? Like,
I can't lie, I've gotten accustomed to a certain type of lifestyle.
Yeah, certain kind of oxygen, certain amount of oxygen. I don't want all the oxygen, just enough to keep me going for another 20 years.
Just to wet my beak.
Right. Just let me wet my beak.
All right, well, you good for a few minutes with our topic?
What time is it? I probably got a dip, man. I got to catch up with the rest of the farmers.
Hey, it's all open bar farming.
Listen, man, there's a lot of laughter. Just remember, I'm out here punishing myself in the tropics for you all.
And we do salute what you're doing out there for us.
It was 89 degrees today with a slight breeze blowing off this ocean. And you know how annoyed I was?
Jeff,
because
I think you can get it smaller.
Get it a little bit smaller?
You know what I mean? Because I'm out here so you guys can have fresh mangoes and avocados?
Hey,
I
think it was Ryan that said we got, California has, is our number one producer. Jamlin. So
Esquire, man, let me tell you something. Certain things you gotta, you know what I mean? Certain things, and I will suggest to you, hey, don't go out there. But I won't follow you out. So when whatever's attacking you and you're looking back at me like, Chief, you see this happening? And I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry this happened to you. I told you though.
But you know what I mean? You wouldn't be the one back on the other horse, like, hey, I got you. You're going on your revenge. I got you.
At some point, bro, you have to tell people, especially grown people, hey man, I don't think that's wise. Like, so now you know how people drive now, right? And so to me, in my mind, when I see somebody pass me at 100 miles an hour and I say, dang, they about to crash, I say, something in my head says, they wanted this crash. So if they do crash, I just be like, damn. And I keep going because I feel like at some point you wanted that to happen. If you're doing 100 miles an hour and you're driving all crazy and it's raining, especially when it first starts to rain, or just 100 miles an hour for no daggone reason, and bow, shoot, I'm like, damn. I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping, man. And the same thing for people in a situation where some weird, extraordinary stuff is happening. And they're like, oh man, I gotta get out there. You know what I mean? It would be one of those situations where, somebody's running to the danger. You see everybody running towards you. You're like, oh shoot, let me start running. I don't know what they're running from, but I'm going to join into the run and get as far away. Right, get as far away as till the first dude runs out of breath.
And then assess the situation.
Right, but some people are like, oh, what's going on? Let's go check it out. You know what I mean? I watched a video the other day where the ocean, like a big ass wave was coming. I don't know where these people were. And so the dude was video camera, he was like, man, that's a big ass wave. And there's a dude walking on the beach and he looks over at the big ass wave and he's like, oh. And he just keeps on walking, right? And so the wave comes and the wave is like, I don't know, 15 feet tall, goes. And so just before it hits the cement barrier, as it goes over it, that's when they start running. And he's like, oh my God. So the water's crashing over. And I'm thinking, I wouldn't have been there. I would have saw the waves coming in the distance. I would have said, hey, them waves are going to come over this wall. Let's get out of here. And now I'm moving away. Now, if you don't follow me, I got to see what happens. That's you. That's you. So now you have put your, like I've done what I've said. Let's get out of here. Like, that's why they don't come for people in the middle of hurricanes. If you don't evacuate now, we won't get to you. There's a reason for that. Because now it's too dangerous to go back. You know what I mean?
They're trying to help Superman.
Yeah. The Superman don't need no help. You know what I mean?
And if Superman needs help, there's a problem.
Right. Like, look, nobody left the streets that day. Zod, Nam, I forget Shorty name. Ursa. So they all fighting, and everybody's just kind of outside, like. And eventually, Superman had to be like, I gotta change the fight venue because nobody left the streets. Everybody's just like, man, these buildings are falling around. Oh, wow, this is crazy. You know what I mean? I'm like, listen, you wouldn't have found me on the street. I'd have been, so what happened? I heard you stayed out there. You know what I mean?
I'll come visit you in the hospital tomorrow.
Right. I'll come, man. I heard you lost both your legs and your arm. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, what hospital you at? Yeah, well, I'll run over and see you later. Just, you know what I mean? Because I'm that type of dude. You know what I mean? I'm coming in, I'm skipping, doing all kind of the river dance. You know what I mean?
I feel like the river dance is not getting this full justification when you sitting at the chair there.
Yeah,
you might have to stand and do it.
Yeah, no, I got old legs. My river dance fall right.
I'll have to get back in the seesaw.
Right, I fall right through this window pane and shoot, in the farmer's joint early. So yeah, man, I just that's the way it is, man. See, King Collector knows, man. It just some things you just don't do. And Ellie, if you're not gonna follow her or use the resources, then you put a man on her, man. That's it. And I said all that just to say the one damn thing. I know. Fellas, listen, chat. You know I can't read y'all, see y'all in the chat, man. Farmers, listen. East Coast farmers don't river dance. Midwestern farmers do.
What about the New York branch?
I thought you were in upstate New York.
Well, that's why you don't see the river dance. I told you I fall through the pan because I don't river dance. I'm not gonna fall through this panel. That's not gonna happen. So yeah, but you know what? I'll be with a farmer from Kentucky tomorrow. I'll send y'all the video of him river dancing.
Absolutely, I'll look for it. I will play it on Figure Files when you do that.
I appreciate you. Look at that, man. Yeah,
we're ready for it, man. We see that video.
Overpowering. You know what I mean?
Well, Chief, thank you for hanging out with us, even on vacation, live on the scene.
Vacation, not vacation, sir. River dancing.
I forgot. This is a farmers convention.
Farmers convention.
Vacation. So sorry.
The feds are watching. Farmers convention.
For tax purposes, I said it's a farmers convention.
Okay. Yeah, the school walk was far. I had to walk several miles. Because I feel like, through snow, bears.
Ray gun.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something. That girl at the Olympics was my dream breaker. You know what I mean? She was ozone. Yeah, she knew somebody.
Ozone.
You know what I mean? Shorty hit that joint, got perfect zeros.
Good. I mean, I'm sure that lady has a YouTube channel that's still making money.
Bro.
I climbed my way onto the Olympics.
Let me tell you something, man.
Right. What you do today?
That's the difference in the cultures, though, man. Because in your Black culture, I would have had to move, assume a new identity. I couldn't, like, you guys would have showed up at my house 8 a.m. on my lawn just
maybe like 2 p.m. I mean, I don't need to get that early.
Hey, bro, I couldn't. Let me tell you something. I couldn't go to work. My life as I know it would have been over, bro. I would have had to go into hiding, change my face, do a face off.
Face off. Not even a Tom Cruise Mission Impossible mask.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
That's Troy up in here.
My life would have changed so differently had that, like, because we don't let nothing go. We are going to ride you till you break. Right. You know what I mean? So,
just like Jace with his Pew shirt.
Oh, that Pew shirt. But you know, Jace got style, man. That Pew is excellent.
That was a nice shirt.
Yeah. Run out there, hey, in the chat, man. Run out there, find you a nice Pew shirt for your next outdoor activity, man. And actually refer to Jace to get the color of the puce right. So, so you get that perfect.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot at the farmers convention. There's a lot of pew shirts out there.
We don't wear puce, man. We don't. They don't tend to attack it.
I mean, are you guys wearing flannel down there? Or, I mean, this is like the, is that why it's so hard to be at 89 degrees?
Red and puce are still in that same spectrum where the bull sees it. So you wear a puce shirt and you go out into the field, and that bull will run up on you, man. Let me tell you. So, what? I'm just telling you what's going on, man. So listen, but yeah, get your puce from Jace, man. Order online, Jace. JacePuce.com, and he's got shirts, he's got dress up, button ups, he's even got puce slacks for the player in you. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So you guys enjoy chat. I will see you next week. Fellas, I will be talking to y'all sometime tomorrow.
No doubt.
Showing you different pictures of avocados while I'm out.
I know you were going to.
We do
appreciate you, Chief. We'll talk.
Yeah.
See you next week on the show. All right, bro shot. Let's go into this topic here. Jamelin said, hey, what are some movies that could and might need to be remade? And it's interesting because there's so many. I'm like, no, they shouldn't touch that. Should not mess around with that. And shout out to Jamelin for providing this topic.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever have any ideas on topics you would like to see us discuss over on Lyle's Figure Files, hit me up here at lylesmoviefiles@gmail.com. That applies for both of them. So just hit us up with show topics, stuff you want to see us talk about. We got some stuff coming up on Figure Files, but as always, we appreciate any and all stuff on that end. To quote a great remake, I vote for none of the above.
It's gonna be fun when you hear some of mine.
All right, why don't we start off with you? Hold on, I gotta take my banner off. All right, there we go. What you got?
All right,
what's first? What are your first two?
I'm gonna start on controversy first.
Controversy.
My first movie to remake would be Trading Places.
All right, well, who? Since you're gonna remake it, I won't do this for all of them, but I feel like that's a very Eddie specific one. So Kevin Hart and who?
Because we need somebody comedic.
Cat Williams.
Can't be Pharaoh.
All right, how about Michael Shea?
Somebody funny, young, kind of same, similar age bracket. All right, he has something to lose.
Snow Glare is like controversy indeed. What?
Yeah, I know.
Jack Black, I see. And then make the Dan Aykroyd character.
You know what? All right, I can do Dave Franco.
Okay.
Dave Franco or Zac Efron. Well, yeah. Yeah, maybe Efron.
Same thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think that could work. I mean, because
DC Young Fly.
is you got like some billionaires, just like, hey, what would they do without having all this money? And then in this new environment, like especially as privileged as the millionaire would be here, I think that would be, you could have some good takes, especially of young black dude doesn't have it, and then you see the white millionaire having to do it. See what you do.
Okay,
I think it would be fun.
All right, I wasn't as controversial as I thought you were. And I kind of like this DC Young Fly suggestion there because I can't think of another young-ish comic. I don't keep up with.
Is that the one who was in Coming to America?
He's done other stuff.
Yeah,
I mean that movie was terrible.
That movie was terrible.
Who came out of that movie better outside of Wesley? Because he was just like, he's doing his thing.
Everybody just collected the paycheck.
Yeah. I'm trying not to think of the Jesse Eisenberg.
And I just watched Dawn of Justice, and I'm like, there was an opportunity here. They just missed it.
Good. King Elector. Those old Eddie Murphy movies were the best. 48 Hours, Beverly Hills Cop, Trading Places, all that old Eddie was great. Eddie, yeah. 1/2 Yeah, he's a hard one because it's like who? Because I think in so many of these other ones you could replace somebody else, but Eddie is just like hard work because he had that manic energy where he's just like
okay. Wait a minute.
left off the screen. All right,
Ryan Reynolds. That's the Dan Aykroyd character.
all right, and who's he playing against?
All right, so you need somebody improv. That is why Kevin probably would be the best one in that.
Gosh, which seems so terrible because he would.
I mean, let's say this, if you were to ask me 10 years ago and before somebody decided they need to say everything in the world, it would have been Dave Chappelle.
You know what? He could probably. You're right. He's controversial all on his own, but he would have that. Yeah, he didn't have to be young. So yeah, I don't know. All right, so good choice. My first one, kind of playing off on what you said, and we've already seen this with Thunderball, so I'm happily going to do it. No, wait, I don't want to do this. Tomorrow Never Dies. That's the one I want to do first because it's all about this, media controlling dude. But I think if they were to tweak it a little bit more, kind of like an Elon Musk character, where he can control all kinds of other things, and he's a super villain. I think that could work today better than it did where like technology is right on the cusp of going to all this new stuff. And I think with, how an evil crime lord could weaponize the media, that could be a cool James Bond film. Maybe they could use that as our introduction to whoever our new Bond is. But that is my first one, just because I think with the technological advances, that could be kind of interesting.
Yeah, because that was so far fetched because it was print media and print media just started to fall off just enough. You're like, nobody's caring if that, but it ain't now 24/7 media driven. If you got to eat your evil bad guy, dictates exactly what everybody sees. Yeah, I think they could work.
Yeah, you could do like Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre and just take pictures. Hey, Bond, here's one. I mean, I don't know. You could troll Bond on social media and like, I don't understand this. And Q like, how do you not understand this, Grandpa? Yeah. Maybe I need to use your AOL dial-up. I don't know. What's your next one?
Oh man. Okay, my next one is going to be The Professional.
Okay.
And the reason is because there's scenes in The Professional that are cringe. Yeah,
with Matilda.
Oh, dude, like this is just. It was creepy back then. Now it's just, we can't do this. So you take out some of the Matilda scenes and they're like, hey, actually have it be actual friendship and not this creepy, whatever the hell that was. But have a good villain and good characters. I think you can make it work.
That movie's too well cast to remake it because you got young Natalie Portman, you got Gary Oldman. I Need Another Man. Jean Reno. It's like that was a tough one.
Yeah, because and the funny thing is Gina Reno is one of those like every time you see him and stuff like you're excellent in The Pressure. You're good here, but dang God, man. Can they give you another role like that?
He's great in Mission Impossible too. James Green. I would not mind seeing a new Flash Gordon movie. Yeah. And maybe an updated Monster Squad movie. The effects we have now, I think those two would be good remakes.
Oh yeah, Monster. Yeah. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see both of those.
King Collector says, "I wish you would do one more 48 hours. The last 48 hours. It would work." Next up for me, Flash Gordon. I wrote that down too. But I think I love the 80s one, but it is a movie that is pushing so hard against the technological restraints and limitations of that time period where like they don't even need to like, hey, let's make it less campy, let's make it serious. They don't have to do that, but I mean they could to make it different, but having special effects that are reflective of what they can do now with Flash would be really cool. I mean the Hawkmen wouldn't look like they're all like, all right, now flap your wings together. We're going to do this in a line, everybody. And I love that movie, but I think that's one where they could remake it and have some fun. My only request is don't get Mark Wahlberg to play Flash Gordon. That's it. Only request.
I mean, that's one of those. You have to, if you had a director, you have to be like, okay, here is the budget. do not go over this number because you could easily go over with just pushing. Like you said, it was pushing in the 80s. Now in 2025, they'd be like, oh, we can do green screen here, these planets. It's like, no, keep the budget good so we can actually make money out this thing. Like, we want to get to sequels. If you blow the budget on this one, we can't make sequels. Like, it's
Devin B says Enemy Mine remake. It's a good one.
what's it going?
Rick Cage says Barbarella. Ryan says, I think Edgar Wright is doing Barbarella.
I think
Who would be the lead in that movie?
Jeff, come on. Sydney Sweeney. Like, come on.
There you go.
Like, come on.
That got it covered there, bro. Okay. Yeah, no
no notes.
Yeah, no notes, none. I had some and I deleted notes. Ryan says The Shadow, the 1994 movie based on the pulp hero. Give it a dash of John Wick and a slightly grittier tone. I think that's a great idea. That'd be fun.
Is that the one with Alec Baldwin?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sydney Sweeney is attached to Barbarella. Obviously. I mean, it's right there. It's like, hey, let's not overthink this one, people.
It's like that should have been like when they actually were like green lighted. It's like, okay, guys, do we need to recreate the real or just make money? Like, come on.
Yeah, it's the conversation with why would we do anything different? You're right. Absolutely correct. Why indeed? There's no need to do that. All right, what is your next one?
My next one is going to be A Long Kiss Goodnight.
That's a good one too.
Long Kiss Goodnight. Yeah, Amnesiac, Assassin, remake it, good budget. Yeah, I think that would work. I mean, it'll be hard to cast somebody better than Samuel L. Jackson, Gina Davis on that, but I think they can make it work.
I mean, after her role in Atomic Blonde, I could see Charlize Theron doing a great job with that.
Oh yeah,
and Samuel L. Jackson.
You want to run it back? Yeah.
He's still working.
Yeah.
All right, my next one is Van Helsing. I really, really love the idea of this. I was like, this is gonna be so fun. We got this dude who's gonna fight all the monsters. How can this not be amazing? And they found a way. They had Hugh Jackman, and they just wow.
I just hear Jay talk about this movie. It's like just
yeah, it's so like, oh man.
I think that was one of the more disappointing movies. That it was the idea, and I mean, you saw the cast, like okay, Kate Beckinsale, Hugh Jackman, and you're like, okay, who's gonna be the Dracula? Okay, well, hey, we'll try it, and then you watch. It's like, oh no, come on, we can do this.
Rocks, bro.
Like, and I like him as an actor. It was just, they didn't give you much on that, buddy.
Was gagging for it, Hugh. No glad I just rewatched that great movie. Wouldn't change a thing. We're talking about Basic Instinct or Barbarella. Rick Cage through the hard way. Uptown Saturday Night. Devin B. Florence Pugh and Idris Elba for Long Kiss Goodnight.
Oh,
hey, man.
I like that.
Yes.
Yeah. I was, yeah. Like, you showed me the preview of that, and I'm like, oh, sign me up. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks. So, you what do you think about that casting? I kind of dig that.
Yeah.
No, what do you think?
Man, that is good.
Ryan says, cool world. Couldn't find its audience in 1992. Give it to the Love, Death, and Robots guys. I think that would work too. Man.
Was that okay? Was Cool World a little too rated R?
What does that matter now in a streaming Netflix world? I mean, they can find an audience. They don't have to worry about, oh no, this is too taboo. Honey would if she could.
I mean, yeah, you can't even get. You can't. There's no way in hell you can get. Was it Roger Rabbit now?
So yeah, right. No, what did he play? He wasn't Deadshot. What did they call his character? Yep, basically, Yeah, and the effects on that one would look better. David Thanos, bring back the Underworld movies. Jace, as an Underworld fan, what do you think?
I would love to revisit that saga because I think, I mean, the last movie was not good. The story wasn't good. So you could take it back to the beginning and yeah, I'll watch those movies. Those are movies, keep the budget low, pump them out. I'll watch them until they just are done.
What about our dear Uncle Billy? Would we still be able to get him into it?
Okay, go.
It's Bill what's his name? Nye from
you're talking about the actual
Love Actually.
Hey,
it's your dear Uncle Billy. We'll just do this and yeah. That's what I was doing there.
Yeah.
Blake, Sweeney and Idris for Black Snake Moan. Mike Trump. David Thanos, Sin City. I'll definitely take you up on that second one.
I was gonna say a Dame to Kill for. I definitely will sign you up for that. That one was how much of the checks, Mickey? You're gonna play? Nah, I'm cashing in. Whatever, just not overacting. Just you're getting bare minimum.
So I would, for another noir film with the action slant, I'd love to see a remake of Max Payne
with characters
not starring Mark Wahlberg. Because that video game were so much fun to play. The video games were so fun to play. And I just feel like they didn't do anything right to capture that feel and the flow of the games. It's like, why is Mark Wahlberg Max Payne?
Was Ava Mendes in that one?
Yes, she was.
Yeah. It was like
yeah. And it was funny because within moments of each other, Rick Cage and Jamelin said Bloodsport. Like they could not have waited till the other typed that in and then Bloodsport. It was like the same time. It's wild.
Kumite, that's always gonna be fun.
Yeah. Ryan Edley, The Usual Suspects. Just remake it exactly with an actor and director that don't make me feel dirty for watching.
Okay, kind of I actually had that in my. When I was turning the wheel of movies, I was like Usual Suspect, but not having that. Like as we said last week, or movies you would love to see for the first time. Even just seeing remakes, like it has to be very good. The cast has to be spot on, and if anything is not right, you'd just be like, oh, dang you guys. Like, and then you're gonna pop in The Usual Suspect. Like, can't help.
It was too good. Let's see. I think it's next for you.
My next one's gonna be Chasing Amy.
Interesting.
I think
why Chasing Amy?
Good movie, but I think especially using, I guess, what the guys with Gen Z, when a lot more people have like different, the sexuality is like a guy trying to chase a girl, all kinds of options for her, and he's got to try and navigate how to get the girl he really likes and then see how you do it. And play it straight up exactly how the movie goes. And I think you could definitely revisit that for a new audience. But I'll check this one out.
I'm going to go with Prometheus. That movie was boring and not fun. And I think Aliens are still good enough that they could revisit it and make it make more sense. So that's one for me.
Makes sense. You need that is one of those, you need the book to say, I got the movie. Because if you don't, it's not gonna happen. Wait, you guys were saying the aliens created the world. I mean, the engineers created the world, gave us Jesus, and then when we screwed up Jesus, they decided we weren't actually viable, so they were going to send the aliens to kill us. Oh, wait, did you put that in the movie? No, we didn't put that.
No, actually, no.
No, did we forget to put something in the movie? Oh my gosh, my bad.
Oops.
Yeah, definitely
Sorry,
one.
boy.
It could use some more.
Is this it's time for one of yours.
Yeah, my next one is going to be True Lies.
True Lies.
I think that's a hard. Trying to remake a Cameron movie is going to prove very hard, but
thank you. Who were they in the movie? And they're like, no, Bloodsport, the comic book character.
Yeah. But True Lies, I think you do find a good action hero, a good Jamie Lee Curtis stand-in, and your Tom Arnold character, good budget, back updated action. I think it worked.
I thought about that, but then I was like, isn't Mr. and Mrs. Smith True Lies the remake? They even have Tom Arnold with Vince Vaughn.
I mean, but and I think the reason that I say it's not because of how they tried to remake Mr. and Mrs. Smith on Amazon, and everyone's like, yeah, don't do
that. King Collector's feeling you on the Underworld suggestion. Snowglare says, but it gave us Prometheus running. You can't remake that.
Again, it's funny. Bro, I have Prometheus and Alien Covenant, and I'm still just like, I really think if you guys had explained this a little more, this would really work. Because the end of Covenant, having them go to another world where humanity is, and David trying to finish the work of the engineers would have been a really interesting movie. But because it was overly complicated, no one was going to go see it without actually doing the research, doing the internet research and figuring out what the heck the movie is. And Michael Solik, that was on my list too. This is when Chief and Chat put me onto that movie, and I watched it. I'm like, yo, this is a really good movie. So I definitely think you could update that, get a very similar cast, and have a better, like the dog, the cinema, CGI. Yeah. I think that would work really well.
Mm-hmm. Waterworld.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Robin Hood, but go ahead.
I never watched Waterworld. Waterworld was one of those giant disaster when everybody said it was sucked. I mean, that's on the level to me of The Postman. I'm sure Jeff left.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Kevin Costner is one of them. Hey, can we get you an editor? Because I think there's a good movie here, but we need to trim some of this down.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess we just got one with what's my guy's name? He did it with Jamie Foxx, Taron Egerton.
Yeah,
I just didn't do much for me. Oops.
Because they always try and remake the actual story. It's just roll with the story and go with different characters.
10 Things I Hate About You. Yeah, because we don't get good comedies anymore. That'd be a good one to do.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Cage, Die Hard is Home Alone, is Under Siege, is Passion and 57. Always Bet on Black.
Yep.
Oops. It's a great movie called Red Sun with Charles Bronson and Toshiro Mifune. It's Cowboy Meets Samurai. Well, that sounds intriguing. I haven't seen that, but that's a great one to remake for folks who haven't watched it. Stargate. Yeah. I feel like Stargate's another one. How far can we push this technology? Let's try a little bit more. Snowglare. I saw Red Sun recently. Good stuff. That's interesting. All right. What's next on your list?
My next one is Sugar Hill.
Romulus and Remus.
And I want it to suck just so they can put Sugar Hill, the original, on Blu-ray so I can actually buy it. Run it sabotage. Let's literally like, oh, well, we did it, so why not put it on Blu-ray? But yeah, that was one of those gangster movies that is so overlooked, and it's so, if you do not have the DVD, sadly, it's hard as hell to find that movie, but it's so good to me. Definitely, if you guys have a chance to watch that, I mean, that's Wesley Snipes and who's my man?
Michael, what is his name? Michael Wright.
They put killer performances in that. And Clarence Williams,
yeah,
man, that is so good.
They just don't have it on Blu-ray, do they?
They do not.
Oh, Romello and Ray. Yeah. I knew it was a Romulus and Remus when I said that. Man, they have your DVD options, $820, and then you got your January 2003 re-release, And I think there's a VHS somewhere around here. Yeah, you can get it on VHS for $6.63. You need your upscaling Blu-ray player for that one, brother.
Yep. I mean, but,
Mark A says, have they tried Seven Voyages of Sinbad? Or else Jason versus the Argonauts in the modern era special effects? No, those also would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Christopher Nolan is making the Odyssey. They're playing the same type of sandbox. You are correct, sir. Rick Cage says, The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. That would be cool. What Briscoe? It's Campbell's best show. Yeah. I guess we could throw that in too. Next one for me was Bedazzled. Dang the devil! Dang the devil! And I don't even know if they need to do much more, but I just they could have so many different scenarios. They just need to have funny leads. It just because I thought that movie was funny, and I think they could do some really cool modern scenarios now. I mean, what was that
influencer wanted to be
like there's so many different scenarios they got.
Yeah, that could be fun. I mean, like that. I mean, Brandon Fraser and Elizabeth Hurley and that were so funny to me. So I mean, it would, as long as you can pull out some. I gotta love one. I mean, like when the girl literally's like, "Oh, oh, come on! I played a good game, and I played the game, and the game was good. I didn't play the game. We played the game the right way."
Rick Cage. I mean, I feel like our favorite answer for any of these options is always right there. Sydney Sweeney. But I have another one. Huh? Because she could play that role really well, actually. Bring back Hurley. She still looks amazing.
Kendricks?
No. Have you seen Bridgerton?
No.
Season 2.
I know what you're speaking of, but
like her name is not like she's not like a household name, but I could see her doing that role. I think it's Simone Ashley, actually.
Okay.
She was in a Netflix movie. It was the exact movie that they'd already put on Netflix.
Oh yeah. I remember you talking about that one. Like,
that's Simone Ashley. She was really good in Bridgerton, and I think she could do that really well too.
Yeah, because it is like the one got delayed, but it was like literally like you're like I literally just saw this movie
with the exact same scenarios, no changing. Here's another good one. Ana de Armas is the devil. Yes. What's her name? Ariana or Jonah? How do you say her name?
You're talking about the lady from Andor?
Yes, that would be her. The lady from Hitman. Give you a better idea. Adria Arjona, yes.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's Ana de Armas. I remember her in a movie with Keanu Reeves, and it was her and one girl, and they tried to break into
one girl. You know who that girl is?
Who was it?
Kim Bauer.
No, it wasn't Kim.
Wasn't it Kim Bauer?
It was not Kim.
Time to go to that.
All right, let's go.
Was it? Let me just do this. Let's see who can get there first.
I asked like, was it Knock Knock? Yeah, it was that. That was the movie. Yeah, I hated that movie.
You hated it?
Yeah, because it was like, dude, just get like, why
Lorenza Izzo?
It was like all you had to do is not do something so stupid. Like your work could die. It was so just like, come on, man. Really? You ain't that hard up, man. Come on. Just get them out of here.
Is it really like that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, because it's like, we're guys, we're dumb, but we're not that dumb.
Wow. Cuthbert, yes. But I guess I just checked. He was right. It was not her. Cleopatra Jones. Remake The Game, the Michael Douglas movie. That's fun.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man. What did she do?
Happy Endings was still my favorite role.
It was so great. She was awesome in that.
I mean, they just like poked fun at that so quick.
Casino. Man. How would you make Casino better? That would be a tough one.
Man. Because you had all-star performances. That's the problem. But the game,
You got any more?
Oh, I think one more.
I have one more too. It's perfect. So let's do our final one.
All right. Green Lantern. I was really hoping she was on here.
Wasted. Maybe still watching. We'll put something in the chat.
Again, I mean, I own Green Lantern, truthfully, but could we have gotten a better Green Lantern movie? Yes, we could have. And hopefully, in the James Gunn era, we will get in post Green Lantern's Detectives, we get an actually good Green Lantern movie.
True Detectives meets Green Lantern. The Chinese Connection. Isn't that Keanu movie the 20th to last house on the left? I don't know. You got me on that one.
Yeah.
My last one is Conan the Barbarian. And I know we got one that was terrible with Jason Momoa. And I don't know why it was terrible. It was just like, you have Jason Momoa. There's no one else to even go like, hey, who could we get? Oh, we got Jason Momoa interested? Let's make a bad movie of it. We should be tired of watching Jason as Conan. Like, can you expand, do something else? Why was that so bad?
How many movies? I mean, The Rock was Scorpion King. I mean, the Scorpion King franchise outlasted The Rock. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That's how Conan should have been. It's like, hey, if you'd like to make another $20 million, just stay in shape.
Up guy.
I mean, every 2 years, we just pump him out. Residual money's coming into you all the time. It should not be hard.
It should not.
What made the Jason Momoa movie bad? Because I did not watch it. But what happened to make it bad?
It just didn't have the flavor of the Conan movies. And the Conan movies could have easily been improved on. You know, like, all right, let's do this. I mean, just special effects. I mean, we'll have James Earl Jones' head being replaced by a snake. I mean, it was just a whole bunch of stuff. And it just lacked any charm. It was just like, let's do a Chat GPT version of Conan the Barbarian. That Alan Rickman, yeah, he could too. Metal. What's up, Snake Eyes? All right, well, bro, it's almost 10 o'clock. Who are your nominees for Dummy of the Week?
My Dummy of the Week is everybody a couple of weeks ago who was crapping on Sinners, thinking, how is this movie going to make its budget back? I mean, that was like the headlines of your paper. Well, it's a good movie, independent, movie, but how's it ever going to make its budget back when it only got $60 million of its $90 million? To literally put that out is that just makes it look like you are not serious. Like every movie makes at least 50% the next week. Like how, and just to actually have that actually come out of your, like typing that up as a headline 100% makes you the Dummy of the Week to me.
Can't argue with that one. Mine are, so there was this phenomenon where after The Hangover, every comedy was compared to The Hangover. It's the best comedy since The Hangover. It's funny as The Hangover. It's the girls' version of The Hangover, or Bridesmaids. And it felt like this crutch where every movie was like that. And I stopped with comparing everything to The Hangover right after I watched She's Out of My League. Because I'm like, this joint is having me in tears watching this movie. And there are other really funny comedies. And it was just, I was always still like, why are we still doing this with The Hangover? And I feel like that is the case now with MCU films, because everyone that comes out, it's the best movie since Endgame. And I'm like, what are we talking about? The last Spider-Man movie, which is basically right after Endgame, was great. And you don't have to go as far back as Endgame. Endgame was a totally different animal altogether because it's the culmination of 20 plus movies. It needs to be the best comic book movie because it put so much work and effort and thought into it. So comparing anything to Endgame is like a fool's errand because it's like no movie that's come before or since had that level of care They invested all these movies to have this movie be the payoff for. The on your left doesn't connect if you don't see Captain America the Winter. It's just like a line they say. It doesn't matter when the Wakandas come out of the portal because why do we care about them? So
Don't know.
can you see me? Are you
I
still
was like, you froze
Maybe
over
I'll
there.
continue to
But
talk.
like,
okay,
he's gonna get through. We're
my thing
gonna
went
push
weird.
through.
I made sure to take out my Wi-Fi's off, right? Yes. Okay, but yeah, that's
There you're back.
power through at this tail end. All right, you're moving. I'm moving.
You're still kind of froze. We lost some megapixels.
Ugh.
We're not at 720.
Great. I don't know why it does this. It's so. Yes. 720.
I mean,
Yes, I don't know why my internet connection is just like today. Oh boy.
I just want to make sure
I
you
don't know why it
can't
does this.
finish up, wrap
So
up the
random.
show.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Or am I just still
kind of
pixelated?
moving.
Horribly. Still horribly pixelated, and now you can't hear.
Like Shannon Sharp is it. I'm gonna say this.
Terrible.
I'm of the opinion it's like you've done stuff years ago, and now once everybody knows you had a bag, they're gonna start coming for you. I do not buy any of the conduct. It's like, man, when this guy was on working with Skip Bayless, none of this stuff going on. Like I'm always this is just dumb because you had a bag. It's like this is one of them you just gotta hope everybody just whatever. Just like, hey, we had a relationship. Like, please make sure you don't act like a jerk after it's over. Hope, but that's why I can't have Shannon on my dummy of the week. Yeah, hopefully he gets off freeze frame, David. I know he wants to wrap up the show, and it's just me now. It probably was the farmers. They usually have the hamster in the wheel for our internet, and it looks like today, we lost it. I'm sorry. He went to the farmers' convention. He's not making sure the hamster's not running as much as they used to. It really is Chief's fault. I wish we were doing a bit because Jeff actually does need to he's got to wrap this up, get ready for his 5 o'clock time, which is ungodly time to get ready for work for me.
Stupid. And there's no storm or anything.
No, it really isn't.
PJs. All right, you can hear me now?
We can hear you fine. You're back.
Gosh, darn it. Like the last 5 minutes. It's time.
Hey, at least it wasn't when we barely had Chief on for a couple minutes and then had to do 30 minutes of technical difficulty.
We're back. Go ahead. Just keep talking.
No, I was going to say, for King Collector, what he's accused of is I'm sorry, but the usual after.
All right, go for it. I'll let you talk.
Like for King Collector, this Shannon Sharp's basically getting accused of the usual. After you get some money, now our relationship went poorly. Now all the stuff, I'm going to tell all the bad, all the horrible things. I'll release some video, but I still say Shannon was, for the last week, hey, I got a record of my stuff. I didn't do anything wrong. You're just trying to get me out of here. The fact that somebody else came out with it and now he's got to take off time from ESPN is not a good look, but it's like, hey, I got to defend my reputation. I still got money on Nightcap. I got, what's the other, he's got Nightcap, and I think the Club Shay, he's still going to be making money off that. So his income's not bad, but trying to clean up, just living your life and then everybody come at you saying you're a horrible person sucks. But I think that's unfortunately what our society does a lot now. I can figure out, instead of actually doing any work, I'm going to try and steal somebody else's work and make them pay me. Um. Oh, Blake, I'm trying to see. Oh, I guess this is probably in relation to Shannon Sharp's case. Oh, I mean, again, a lot of this mess is always just, hey, let's see if I can try and scam on somebody else. I mean, it's the worst. I mean, but see, I mean, let me tell you this, and this is one of those things: is our new society is you can get caught recording on anything. I mean, unless you basically go how movie premieres are. Okay, I don't think. All right, we are we are actually having such technical difficulty that we actually have to wrap up the show. Thanks a lot once again. I'm gonna hopefully do everything right as usual. Once again, thank you for coming out, folks. Thanks Blake Tarpley, James Green, Ryan Daly, David Thanos, J. Millen Clark, Snow Glare, Mark A. Michael Solis, JFS. Thanks for coming out tonight. Let me see. I know there's a couple extra folks in here. Where is everybody? King Collector, Ryan Daly, Devin Bernhardt, Michael Solis, King Collector, Sir GL Rick Cage Esquire. It's not as easy when there's only one person doing this. Sherry Cook. Let me see anybody else that we are missing. I think that is everybody. If I happen to miss anybody, please thank you again for coming out. Oh, Snake Eyes, thanks again. And we will see you again next week. You can see Jeff tomorrow on Lyle's Figure Files, where he's going to talk about all the new Hasbro stories and all the MCU characters and G.I. Joe stories that you could ask for. All right, folks, have a good night, and we will see you again. Take care.